Go.
Come in. Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
My name is James.
My name is Lisa.
Awesome, let's get started.
Yeah.
So I went over your resume.
Uh-huh.
It shows that you have a lot of experience for about almost 5 years, which is awesome because you stayed with the company for that long. And it shows that you went to San Jose State, which is a great school, and you studied communications. You also got an Associates of Arts in Communication at Foothill, which is great. So I want to ask, the first question I'm going to ask you is, why do you believe you are qualified for our assistant manager position?
I think I'm qualified because I do have a lot of experience in the brand itself. Also experience in, customer relations and knowing how to manage a full team. And also I believe that I can utilize and know how to demonstrate, how to lead the team through a great selling performance culture. So I think I'd be a really great, part of the team. But also I do believe that I can grow more of the operational side of it instead of just the selling the visual side of the brand.
Okay, for sure. Great answer. Another question I have is, how do you work under pressure?
I do work well under pressure. I mean, I feel like most of the time that's what I deal with, especially on peak days. Fridays through Sundays is usually where we make the most money, and it's usually really hectic. But through the years, I've learned, I've grown in my management skills, and learned how to prioritize so that I don't feel so overwhelmed in those situations.
Awesome. Let's see, what else? So you want to be a manager. So if an employee was not reaching their goals, how would you go at them and interact with them to help make sure they can reach those goals?
Yeah, so I would definitely take them back to the office or anywhere where, no associate or other managers are around so that we can have that one-on-one talk about their performance. And I would pull up, a tool that we use, it's called Blue Day, to see where she's at or he's at in the month, to manage their performance and see like, hey, grab some insights, you're not doing well in this area, but this is how we can, better that, and this is how we can make an action plan for you. So I think it's really important to have those one-on-one conversations with your associates, just to give them constructive feedback of, what their opportunities are and what their strengths are. And also I'm a firm believer of recognition. So if they are doing well at what they're doing, then I make sure, I praise them for it. And then if they do need constructive feedback, then I'm also very open to giving that as well to better them and to help them succeed in their position.
Okay, awesome. So with your degree that you received from San Jose State Communications, do you believe that helps you become a better communicator with the employees you work with?
Absolutely. It helps me be more articulate, and knowing that, I have a communications degree, I know the different channels I would use depending on what situation I'm in. So whether, I'm in a meeting with other store managers or managers, or if I'm running the sales floor, or if I'm having a one-on-one, conversation with an associate. So absolutely, that degree, helps me communicate better, and also, yeah.
Okay, for sure. So I don't have this written down, but since have you run the sales floor before?
Yes, I have.
So what do you do in cases of shrink happening?
So the best possible way I would deter it is really just customer first thinking, giving each customer the same exact, customer service instead of being biased and just always like hovering over those customers who potentially could be, stealing from us. So I think the best that we could do is just give them the same customer service experience, and usually that helps deter them, or also use recovery statements like, hey, I saw you have that red panty, would you like a shopper for that? Or hey, do you know where the registers are? I can show you where those are so you can buy those red panties.
For sure, yeah. Making sure they're not uncomfortable.
Right, so just like, you know, treating them as like anybody else in the store, giving them, you know, the same exact experience with any other customer in the store.
For sure. Okay, let's see. How would you decide who handles the responsibilities?
Well, that goes back to organization and scheduling.
Mm-hmm.
So also, you know, making an action plan for it. So depending on the event, like thinking of like skill sets, like who would I put, you know, in that event, and seeing like how, based off of their skills, like if they would do well at it, then that's who I put, you know, in those events. And yeah, I think prioritizing is a really big, important skill for that.
For sure. Let's see. So, do you see growth after assistant manager? Would you be seeking the manager position after, if you do well at the assistant manager level?
I definitely am open to, you know, growing within the company, so absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
If I had the opportunity to grow after I've, learned all the skills that I would in an assistant store manager position, then I would be ready to take on being a store manager.
For sure. Let's see. Do you have any questions for me at all at this point?
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you, so what type of skills in the team is missing, and what kind of skills are you looking for?
So a lot of skills that we're looking for is people that know, like have the experience. Like we have all these employees, they do their job great, but we need a good leader to help people that aren't reaching their goals yet. And you obviously have the experience and have showed me or told me that you know exactly how to fix that and what you would do in that position. So me going over your resume and you answering all these questions shows me that you would be a good fit here.
Awesome. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Do you have any other questions?
I'm all good.
Okay, for sure.
All right.
Thank you for coming in today. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for your
No
time.
problem. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too.
Thank you. All right. That went well.